Welcome back to another Meca video, and this time we're looking at racing wheels, at sim wheels. First we are looking at the GSI GXL Pro. It's a Camo Sim Industries wheel, very high-end, really nice grips, especially nice grips, soft and very grippy, and they're large, so they really fit large hands. If you have large hands, I guess this is for you. Small hands, you might have to try it if you can before. I mean, anyway, for any wheel, I would, if it's possible, try it first. It has a lot of rotary dials and a jog dial. One of the points, actually the main point for me, that is the only minus point, is the loud shifters. They're really loud, but they feel great. Great clutch pedals with a nice press, but just the shifters, you know, driving at night, it's loud, and yeah, you can hear it. It's really, you can wake somebody up with them, but otherwise a super high-end wheel, which is awesome. Yeah. And the next is the SimRacing DGT version 2 then Suzuki edition. I've got this wheel new, and it has the same quick release that I'm using. It's Fanatec podium shifters that they use for this wheel, and the good thing about them, they work, they're known to work, and they have rubber end stops, so the shifting is really not loud. The LED buttons are great with these, also aluminum like the GSI, 3 rotary dials, that's less, but for me it's enough. It's also very nice, it's polyurethane grip, not as sticky as the GSI. I mean, the grips are just, the GSI is unbeatable. Also with a nice hand group, you know, for your thumb to fit in. Both wheels feel really nice, I think for large hands, and of course shifters are also adjustable, and as you can see here, or hear here, you hear nothing because they're very silent. That's why I also got this wheel as an option also for night races anyway, but it's yeah, so far I'm really happy with it. So if we compare the two wheels regarding the size, one of the wheels, the GXL, is 310mm and the other one is 300mm diameter. Basically, you don't feel much difference. For me, 300mm wheels are good. The USB connector is 4 poles on both wheels, and it's the same on the GSI as it is on the next wheel that we'll be looking to, and this also has a different, also 4 pole, but it's slightly different. But anyway, USB wheels work, and there is it's an aluminum body with a metal ring where you connect the quick release to. Really lovely shifters also. The third option is a turn 20 from SimRacing, R20 wheel with a Ascher B16L USB button plate. The livery is actually is a thing that I did custom, or had let it custom do it. Also aluminum button plate from Ascher with the exact same connector as the GSI. It's 4 pole, these are good, and the quick release is screwed on from the inside. Ascher also has its own pedals. I've adjusted them to fit with the wheel from the space. This is a polyurethane grip. It's a little bit harder than the Evil Racing. Shifters are also Ascher loud, not as loud as the GSI, but still way louder than the Evil Racing wheel. But huge pedals, they feel good, but downside, this button plate has no clutches. I think the only wheel that I know currently where you get clutches is the Fanatec and Endurance, but yeah, that's not an option for me. With the GSI, it's just, you know, the rubber is just better than on both wheels. It's more grippy, but let's say the Evil Racing wheel has also very good polyurethane, which really is grippy and nice, and this R20 is a little bit harder. I think the new R03 have a little bit softer polyurethane grips, but it's also fine. I mean, it's you know, it's actually just rambling on a high end. It's all of the wheels are great. Let's say it's like that. And but for me, GSI. Here's the top wheel, but very close to it is the Evil Racing wheel, which is really good in my opinion. So, but for another important thing was to check it with gloves. These are the IMB ESS1 from the UK. You can have them done custom with your colors and stuff. These are high grip gloves. They've got a really high grip, kind of plastic, I think, and they feel great with the GSI wheel. Just to say it like that, the GSI wheel, it doesn't matter if you have no gloves or gloves, any gloves, it works with all, because just the grip of the rubber is so high. With the Evil Racing wheel, they also feel very good. I mean, yeah, it also has enough grip with them, the polyurethane, and together with this rubber, you can also dial, do anything. Just the gloves are not so super, let's say, form-fitty. That's why, for me, they're not the number one gloves that I like, but yeah, customizable, so they're really fine. And I think for this wheel they're really good, because they have a lot of grip, and it's fine with this kind of polyurethane. They feel really good with the Turn R20 wheel. Yeah. So if you compare actually to different gloves, this is rather always something else. That's why we're also looking at Sparco Hypergrip. These are some also kind of, let's say, high-end SimRacing typical gloves, and one of the huge problems that I've got huge hands. This is the largest that you can get the gloves in, XL, and it's basically like putting on a diver suit. It's pain. It takes long, but yeah. Otherwise, they are perforated. You're not feeling hot in them, and the grip is nice that they have got. It's kind of a leather grip. I think it's wild leather on the inside, which is grippy for GSI wheel. Feels really good. And so, downside maybe of these gloves are that the stitches are inside. That might not be perfect for all, but yeah, it's once you wear them, they feel good. For me, they're just a little bit too tight, so not that perfect. But here, we're looking at the grip, and it really feels very good with this wheel. Just the white leather on this glove feels perfect actually with the DGT. It really has a grippy and nice, so really good. And also the turn wheel also for here. These kind of gloves fit or suit this wheel, the purely polyurethane grips, and actually feel nice. You might want a little bit gloves with a little bit more padding for this wheel, as I think with the large forces, it's kind of nicer to have more padding. But otherwise, they're okay if they fit your hands. Yeah, these are the minus 273 Camo. I guess they're now new versions, but these are very high grip, kind of plastic. I'm not even sure if it's kind of plastic or rubber on the inside, and I really like these. They were a long time my favorite gloves, because they are very tight, but they stretch, and these fit my hands like that. They were always great on the GSI. I mean, yeah, basically every glove is great on this wheel, but they really have a sticky inside, and it's a huge grip, and they feel okay as they're comfortable, because they're so form tight but stretchable. Actually, nice gloves that I like to wear. But let's see how they do on the other wheels. They're also good on the polyurethane, because this soft inside does grip very good with this polyurethane. Feel nice and comfortable. Also the softer grip on this polyurethane is fine. Not as it doesn't feel as soft as the GSI, but it does feel softer than the Turn 10, and is fine. But here also, I think this is maybe the best glove for this wheel, as it has the highest grip, and you should need. For me, I should take a glove with high grip for this R20 wheel, just because of the form. Because the form fit isn't that good, and the grip itself has lower grip than the others with the gloves. But still, this is rambling on a high end. Yeah. Then the next glove is the Moradness Classic Black glove. This is one of my favorite gloves, because it's super comfortable. They fit my size. I've got large hands, very long fingers, and they fit perfectly. And I love these gloves, or I love these to drive with the GSI, because they just feel comfortable. The stitching is outside, which means you don't feel any pressure on the points or anything. They just feel right, and yeah. Just for me, with the GSI wheel together, I love these gloves, and I think they're also pretty good for karting. The inside of these gloves it looks like rubberized, but it's not as soft as others. It's kind of hard. You know, if you rub them against each other, they don't stick that much. But that's fine for the GSI wheel. Feels perfect. Here, it's already, you can feel there's less grip because polyurethane, and this. It doesn't really grip up that well, but it would work. It's not something that would, that would be really bad. They would fit perfectly also here. Just not as grippy, and but because of the nice form of the wheel, still a very good option. So yeah, I would also recommend them even for the DGT wheel. Sorry, and for this. R20 grip, I must really say, this isn't the glove for me for this wheel, as the polyurethane of this is too hard and the gloves slip kind of, and it feels funny when you have high Newton-meter forces applied. It's just slip somehow, and that doesn't feel right to me. So from my perspective, GSI perfect for Moradness gloves. Also the DGT very nice, yeah. Well, anyway, but now this is really a very funny Sparco Meca 3. These are basically mechanical gloves, not even SimRacing gloves. They have a kind of I think it's leathery inside, like wild leather something, sweet something. And this, weirdly, is one of the best gloves for me on all of these wheels, because they just grip up with this rubberized grips that the GSI wheel has. It just feels nice. You don't sweat in them because they are nice and light. They are not so super tight, and because of this wheel is also very soft, and so you don't get any pressure marks or anything. It just feels correct and nice. The cheapest glove, by the way, here in Switzerland, we pay about 36 francs for them, and also here with the DGT, this just feels perfect with them. Very nice gloves for this wheel. I would also say, you know, here also the Moradness gloves, or these gloves, and also are maybe my favorites for this wheel. Yeah, but let's say for a budget gloves, really perfect. And the fun thing is they also really grip up very nicely with the turn 20 wheel. The polyurethane together with this suede or this kind of leather, it just feels good. The only downside maybe could be, as they have no padding, is when you do long races you can get pressure points, and just certain parts of the inside the thumb that can hurt after a while if you use high forces with your wheelbase, and yeah, that's it. But otherwise, for me, you know, the glove is really a winner. And you know, looking at the wheel, I'd say the GSI has the best grip of all, maybe even too much for some at some point, but you can really see the difference. Softness, all three of them feel kind of soft, but in a different way. The R20 is the hardest, I think, DGT is medium, and the GSI kind of feels soft at the beginning, but it's still hard on the inside, but just as very grippy. So we're quickly looking at the connectors. These are the two different types of connectors. There are, I think, 3-meter cables anyway, rolled, and 4 poles. The black one is the GT, and the other one is for the Ascher, and the turn 20 plus GSI uses the same. I've got this connect those to a hub where I can just plug it in. These are really good connectors that you can easily screw into the wheel. There's a notch in it, so you shouldn't be able to do it wrongly. It only goes in one way, as maybe with a huge force you could connect it wrong, but normally it doesn't happen. And you can screw it on. It's really nicely done. The wheel fits perfectly. I use a Zero Play quick release here with a 50mm spacer from Gomez. That is to ensure that the cable has enough room and enough space in front that you don't catch it somewhere, or that it's not too bent. And this is also with the other wheels. Some wheels have the connector pointing towards the front, so you have to make sure that you have got the space. And also here, this is what I call actually a quick release. You can really easily take it out. It's really sturdy. You don't feel anything, no shaking, just fixed if you connect it. The only thing that takes a little bit of time is to screw in the connector. But otherwise, for me, a super quick release, and I'm really happy with it. Was the Zero blade. And also the alignment is always the same if you do it correctly, so you do not have to calibrate it. If you have calibrated the wheelbase once, it fits then for all of your wheels. So very easy to handle, and also very, very nice. See here, pointing out just the spacer of the wheel. This will to connect to a VRS space, and this is, here you can see there's enough space between for the cable and everything that comes out to not have it in the way, to not have any strain on it that would shorten the life of this. Okay, this was it. As you can see, it looks awesome with the LEDs, the DGT. Very happy with this wheel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you liked it. Please like and subscribe, and I wish you a great weekend. Take care. Bye bye.